The idea of the seven princes of hell is perhaps the most relatable one when it comes to our own self. According to the Christian demonology, these seven princes each present themselves as one of the seven deadly sins, and they tempt us, humans, to fall prey to their sins and indulge in something that would be morally or ethically unacceptable. What's interesting is the story behind these seven demons inhabiting hell, who were all once God's angels. You'll find out soon as we take this video as an opportunity to dive into the world of demons. But before we begin, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button so we stay motivated to bring such mythical content to you regularly. So the seven princes of hell weren't actually demons by birth. In fact, they were highly ranked angels that lived in heaven. It was only after Lucifer's rebellion that all of them united and became the army of rebel angels. Each prince had their own reason to rebel, which was closely tied to the sin they represent. There was only one prince, Belagore, who neither took the side of God nor the rebels. And there's a very understandable reason why he did that, which we'll look at later. After the battle concluded, all the princes fell into the abyss, of which three were the first to rise: Lucifer, Samael, and Beelzebub. Can you guess who took the helm of hell among these three? We'll uncover the answer when we discuss these princes individually. For now, all you need to know is that there was only one goal of all these princes after the rebellious batter, plaguing the mankind that was so beloved by God. So who were these princes, and which sins did they represent? Let's find out. Mammon. Greed. Mammon is the demon king of greed, riches, abundance, prosperity, wealth, and injustice, and represents the sin of greed. He looks like a wolf demon, with skin fully comprised of a golden substance and some black burnt marks and spikes emerging from his body. He had the feet and tails of a dragon. He, along with Belagore, created the mysterious right hand of doom, which was eventually fastened on Azazel's son, Hellboy. He also created the twin blade, which could be used to slay almost anything. Mammon is also known to be the father of Plutus, the Greek god of wealth, and the creator of the art of alchemy, specifically the process of creating gold. It is claimed that his power of greed is so strong that innocent man can be dragged into it and corrupted, causing them to turn their attention to accumulating material wealth rather than virtues that they can take with them to the kingdom of heaven. Asmodeus. Lust. Asmodeus symbolizes the sin of lust. During the rebellion, he was an angel named Asmodeus, who was defeated by one of God's angels, Raphael. He encourages gambling and depicts lordship for lechery, jealousy, anger, and revenge. He is represented with a man's breast, cock legs, a snake tail, and 3 heads. One of a man spewing fire, one of a sheep, and one of a bull, holding a spear and riding a lion with dragon wings and neck, all of which animals are related with lust or revenge. He is known to twist people's sexual desires and make them the prey of uncontrollable lust. Leviathan. Envy. Leviathan is the lord of envy and the gatekeeper of hell. The gigantic demon's mouth is thought to represent the gates of hell and is generally regarded as the route to the depths of the abyss. It was thought to be born during the final stage of the rebellion. When Jophiel saw the Leviathan approaching the moon with the aim of devouring it, she took up her sword and with a strong swing broke through the Leviathan's supposedly unbreakable hide, repelling it from its course and forcing it to leave. The Leviathan part that was cut off from the attack was claimed to have fallen at the very moment Lucifer and his army of rebel angels were defeated and thrown out of heaven, smashing into the abyss. It was known to showcase extreme jealousy, while in both admired and envied Lucifer at the same time. Beelzebub. Gluttony. Beelzebub oversees the order of the fly and represents the sin of gluttony. He, together with Satan and Lucifer, constitutes the Hell Triumvirate and is one of the Inferno's supreme monarchs. He served as Lucifer's chief lieutenant and is one of the Morning Star's most loyal supporters. Upon regaining consciousness after his fall into the abyss, he served as an advisor to the other 2 monarchs, Lucifer and Satan. Many authors have identified him and Satan as a single entity, but there are scriptures that state otherwise. Belagore. Sloth. Belagore is the demon lord in charge of the sin of sloth. It is said that Satan sent him to Earth on a mission when he discovered a special fondness for Paris. where he currently resides hidden deep under the city's catacombs. He is the biblical enemy of the patron of beauty, and according to some writings, if Belagore gained too much power in the world, the beauty of it all would be destroyed, producing devastation. And this leads us to the very interesting story of how he became one of the princes of hell. Belagore did not initially support Lucifer, nor did he fight against the rebellion on God's behalf. Instead, he chose to stand idle during the war. He received his father's punishment for refusing to join God's side and staying passive, and so he was cast down to hell alongside all the other rebel angels. Samael, wrath. Samael, commonly known as Satan, is a symbol of the sin of wrath. He was once heaven's arbiter. The angels tasked him with testing humanity's devotion to God. When God created mankind, Samael criticized them, telling his father that these beings are imperfect and immoral, and that they are unworthy of being praised. During the rebellion, Satan was defeated by Michael and fell from heaven into the abyss, the impact of which resulted in the red burning image of hell that is frequently referenced in numerous texts. He then became an accuser of the human race, testing their morality and punishing them for succumbing to their sins. Lucifer, pride. Lucifer was one of God's first creations. He was said to be the strongest and brightest angel in existence, as well as the pinnacle of intelligence and beauty. As a result, he became too proud of himself and started believing that he could run heaven. This makes him represent the last sin on our list, pride. Lucifer was displeased with his father's preference for the new creations known as humans, and with the fact that he spent less time with his own family and more time nurturing them. The final nail in the coffin struck when God asked Lucifer to watch over and guide the humans, which only made Lucifer despise these mortals even more. Lucifer strongly opposed predestination, an idea suggesting the control of the fate of all human beings under God's will and authority. Because Lucifer represented free will, this would have contradicted his own essence and purpose, making him an existentialist. This eventually led him to rebel against God and heaven, causing the downfall of mankind. He is regarded as the most powerful of all the demons in hell, and also the supreme ruler of all demons. So these were the 7 fallen angels that turned into the princes of hell. Their depictions vary highly as we move between various ideas and scriptures, but the fact remains that they represented the dark side of ancient mythology. Do you think these demons are present around us, making us a prey of their sins? We would love to hear your opinion on this down in the comments below. Also, if you enjoyed watching this video, don't fall prey to Belagore. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll see you next time with another mythically interesting video. Until then, stay devoted.